Hell y'all, welcome to part 5 of my Kingdom of Sikkim playthrough in the Hearts of Iron 4 mod, Kaiserredux. In part 4, we defeated both the Princely Federation and the Dominion of Delhi. The Dominion of Delhi is part of the Entente faction though, so we're still technically at war with them. But with that said, we did annex the Federation and their subjects in the form, well, their subject in the form of, what were they called? Mysore. We did that. We annexed Mysore. We also invaded the Kingdom of India, who was an independent state, and we took them out. And at this point, I'm going to need a peace treaty. I'm going to have to get a peace treaty with the Entente. Some way, somehow. I don't know how we're going to do it, but it has to be done to end this war. So, through unnatural means, we pieced out with the leader of the enemy faction. And right now, we're just going to take the Dominion of Delhi's territory. I'm using player peace-led conferences, so it makes things kind of awkward for Rhodesia and the Portuguese Empire, but they'll be fine. We're not going to take any of their territory. We already have some territory in Africa anyway, technically, because what did we do? We pieced out with Desert France, or National France in the past, and we made a bunch of their territory into puppet states like Mauritania, Mali, and Musiland, and place like Senegambia. They became puppets of the Kingdom of the Himalayas through a very strange peace conference. Let's hit done now, though. That is over. And let me make Niger into its own country. I do need to do that. They really do need to be their own country. This land is just very confusing for us to control. And the Malian government exile has to return. Yes, return to your own territory. They sent us generals. They have to go home now. And we have an event here. David slays Goliath once more. Despite all the odds in the universe working against us, our small, mountainous paradise has been able to slay the southern giant. And now our proud and sovereign Sikkim rules over the entire Indian subcontinent, with the Chogyal Tashi at the helm, and with his and his sons' known ties to the Anglos and the Japanese being apparent, we are left with a choice. Should we drift toward the Entente and our Anglo friends, towards the Co-Prosperity Spear in the name of Pan-Asian unity, or shall we stay true to our current diplomatic course? Let's officially join the Co-Prosperity Spear. And we've joined that faction, and now we have an event here, another event, our identity. As we have moved to conquer more and more of the rich lands around us, a question has come up as to what the identity of our growing state should be. Should we begin to embrace these new peoples and lands, creating a new identity that is inclusive to all of our people, or should we stick with the identity that has carried us through these wars since our independence, and let's embrace our new Indian identity? I mean, we control all of India, for crying out loud. Well, more or less all of India. We still gotta defeat Travancore down at the very bottom, but whatever. And embracing the Indian identity has caused our country to transform into the Kingdom of India. We're no longer just a kingdom of the Himalayas. And Tashi Namgyel, who was the Chogyal of Sikkim, the king of Sikkim since 1914, is now the king of India here in 1942. And at this point, we're just waiting to fight Travancore, the Travancore state, who is at this time, yeah, we're just waiting to fight them. We're part of the Co-Prosperity Spear. I'm not joining any wars with them, though. They're fighting Russia at this time. I'm not getting involved in that. Not interested. We do have some more factories, though. Did we get cores on everything? We did get cores on everything. Mauritanian government in exile. Oh my goodness gracious, we have 37 million manpower. The Mali government in exile. Okay, transforming into the Kingdom of India has really made everything absurdly, it's crazy, it's nuts, manpower-wise. That is amazing to look at. I have a lot more factories at my disposal now. Let's make more convoys, get more helicopters manufactured. We use them for close air support missions, and we're done justifying on Travancore. And we have a big fallback line created to just let them advance forward, and then we'll just flood into their country using our whole huge army here. Let's start training more volunteers. There's some referendums. What's this about? And, oh, okay. The referendums. Though our armies have raged against the titans of the Indian subcontinent and won, we are not done in our conquest in this fertile and varied land. To the south, to the east, and to the west, lands claimed by India, and in turn, our new Sikkim, lies in the hands of radicals and demagogues. However, these lands are either too small, too isolated, or in too rugged or otherwise frustrating terrain to fight in, and as such, an all-out war to gain these territories for our state would be foolish and costly. With this in mind, Tashinam-gil has declared for referendums and independence versus annexation to be held in all these borderlands, threatening full military action if the states refused. To our delight, these hinterland sovereignties have heeded our warning and have held referendums within their states. To ensure a good outcome for our intentions of annexation, we have utilized methods of voter suppression, harassment, and tampering, as well as open propagandizing near polling sites and forcibly closing other voting centers in regions within these states with known disdain for our government through, quote, fair and, quote, free democracy in chains, and at the end of a gun barrel, we shall ensure that these states vote the right way as we prepare for them to enter the fold. We will even station troops at the borders and near key voting areas in order to, quote, peacefully oversee the referendum processes and step in should violence break out, which surely won't, right? And from this event, we'll get some annex war goals and a ton of core states. Wow. Burma is already our puppet, so that's not going to be a concern, as well as Tibet. But we do have cores on it now, or somewhere. Whatever, we have cores on a lot of the Barakasai Empire here, which is basically Afghanistan. And that event about the referendums, I believe, was somewhat of a reference. Well, sort of, I don't know how to say, not a reference, but it has parallels with the real-life annexation, the controversial annexation, well, controversial to some people, controversial annexation of Sikkim in the 1970s by India. Basically, the prime minister, or some leader in Sikkim wanted to join India. Then there was a referendum, which some people said was not really that fair, and Sikkim became a state of India. So that's what that event may be in parallel to. And now we have more, well, we have military factories. I got to get done assigning them all. Go to fighters here, and put them on, make more fighters. We need fighters. I need more steel, and I definitely need aluminum. Get some from the West Indies Federation. And I want to say now, due to our little unnatural means of ending our war with the Kingdom of Canada, the leader of the Entente, I may have unintentionally destroyed the Entente faction. But hey, the Kingdom of Canada still exists, so that's probably good for them. I think they were fine the Reichspakt anyway. And now okay, the war's been declared. I'm waiting for the enemy to move in. Guinea has capitulated. Okay. Available war goal. Oh, we're going to attack. We might as well declare war on the Barakasai Empire now. Let's get carrier operations done. As soon as we get our troops, Demacia leader, exile leader offers service. What is going on here in this area? Who are you fighting? Order is restored in the Kingdom of Burma. Who are we fighting right now? Oh, the Dutch East Indies, Panama, oh, the Kingdom of Greece and all of them. Whatever. We'll just deal with them like we did with the Canadians. They were all countries that were part of the Entente earlier, so we'll have to deal with them using some very strange methods. Let's just say that. And move this army here, move them down to this area. Just go in and advance now. Move in for the kill. Moving down like what, 3 armies here. Let's train some Gurkha volunteers for mountain troops. We need them. Good. Royal Guards, what are we doing right now? Let's get some artillery in this unit template we use for our standard divisions. Good. Now move in. Push the enemy back. Where is our air support? It is all down here. Good. And we'll just focus on overwhelming the enemy. Get that done. Move into Travancore now. Get to Trivandrum. Take that place, possibly. Oh, we have an encircled unit. That's not going to last for much longer, though. Push in. That's all we can do. Mali has capitulated. Whatever. Like I said before, we're going to find some way to peace out with the Dutch East Indies and Greece and the Australasian Confederation and all the other leftover countries that were in the Entente. Keep pushing here. Take all this land. We got to control the Malabar coast as well as the Travancore state itself. Let's rescue that encircled unit. We have tons of air support here and tons of divisions. And ultimately, we should just be able to smash our way through. Just break through their lines, encircle them, take Cochin, this place here. Stop attacking them, take the city, encircle them. Go, go, go. And the Travancore state is just, they have no allies, so this is going to be, the war is only ever going to end like this, honestly. Let's go ahead and declare war on the Broxai Empire. Or no, we'll wait a second. Just wait for the war to end. Just keep pushing inward. Get the rest of the troops down here, please. End this conflict. Gotta get a new order drawn up, I think. There we are. They're now just defending their capital with whatever they have left. And we're gonna have to fight our way into their capital against what? Their entire army, basically. 5 divisions, 11 reserves. We have tons of troops, so this should be no problem for us to break through their lines. Yeah, they have no more men. They're getting encircled. It's over. Travancore state is going to be defeated, and we're going to have united all of India. And the Kingdom of India will truly be the Kingdom of all India. And that is done. Where's my peace conference? Give me that. Thank you. Take claim state. Take all states. Take all states. In turn. Hit done. Good. And now we have to deal with the Australasian Confederation, the Kingdom of Greece, and the Dutch East Indies. That is done, and now let's move some divisions around over to a fallback line. We'll just let the Afghans advance a little bit, and then we'll go in to attack. And we'll also call in Tibet once we begin the war. And Sierra Leone, government in exile, time for them to return. Yes, return. Everyone can return home. We have an event here. What's this about? The fate of Niger. Forming the state of Niger. Niger is going to be its own country now. And let's set up here and just wait for the Afghans to advance. How's this war going, by the way? The Russian Labor Republic is fighting the Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere. It is, I mean, I don't know. Looks like Trans-Amur and the Russo-Mongolian military union has lost some territory in Mongolia, but I don't know. Let's declare war now. Get that done. Start the war. Let's go. They're not in a faction even. They were part of the Istanbul Pact, I guess, but they aren't anymore. Annex. Come fight us. We're waiting. Let's research now. What can we research? Let's research Night Vision 1. Get that done. And do, what else? Synthetic oil experiments, as well as fuel refining. Call in Tibet. They're just going to be a distraction. It's being led by a child, so they should be fine. The 14th Dalai Lama. Call, actually don't, yeah, they need their forces. Call to arms, the Indo-Afghan War, and call in the Kingdom of Burma, who's going to be involved in the fighting here. Who does, oh yeah, we have a logo on them. Let's actually use our factories and try to build up as much, how to say, compliance in India as possible. In Burma, I mean. Just to see if we can annex them shortly. Non-aggression pact offer from some country in South America. Not too worried about that. Say no to it. Don't really need it. And let's get some more divisions deployed. We have plenty of room for divisions. We're at the max division cap, I think. Kaiserredux. Well, since it's based off of Kaiserreich, there is a division cap. And Tibet is losing ground. Oh well. Okay, so let's go ahead and move in to attack the enemy lines with the 1st Army Group, which has 53 infantry divisions and 4 mountaineer divisions. And our goal is to eventually take the enemy capital. Just flood in, break apart their units, which are going to be more spread out due to how we set up our plan. Let's have this plan be executed aggressively. The Marshal Tashi Namgyal is going to lead his troops on the field. Take these places here. We got to recover some lost territory we willingly gave up. Just advance and break through. And they are heavily outnumbered, so let's call in some more units though. Get some more mountaineer divisions. They will be relevant for the battles in the mountains of Afghanistan. Attach them to Army, let's see here, Army who? Which one? Army, let's go with Army 2. Send them over there. Also, let's extend the template here, the size of it. More mountaineers, more mountaineers. Can I save this, or is that too many? Too much of a limit. Never mind then. Let's stop making all these guys then. Can I do this now? No, I can't. Oh well. Whatever. We're still attacking with a far greater number superiority. If we can just break through, that'd be ideal. Also, we need to move our Air Force around. Have them be based out of this air base in Delhi, and they'll help us out with air support missions. We should be able to easily outnumber them in the skies. We need more helicopters, I think, in Delhi. Get more helicopters stationed there, and the helicopters can just give us the close air support we need for our advance. 100 helicopters. Good. Just send them in. How's Tibet faring? They are losing ground still, I think, although they are keeping them distracted. So that's good. Keep pushing forward, take this province here, send a few divisions forward, overwhelm them at all costs. Deploy these divisions, even though they're going to be pretty green and they're lacking equipment. They'll be fine though. And the United Mexican States declared war on the Pacific States of America. That's in the USA, or North America. How are we doing with logistics? We have plenty of guns. We should be fine with whatever we do. Okay, so how many troops do they have? Let me check. Baraksai Empire has about... They have approximately 37 to 64. Obviously, with our numbers, we heavily outnumber them. We have almost 100 divisions in the field compared to that. Just gotta break through. Once we get through their initial lines, it should be easy for us to reach their capital. I would think so anyway. Let's get some fighters deployed, although I don't think we need fighters. How many planes do they have? They don't have many planes at all. Just focus on deploying close air support and helicopters then. Any close air support? Any at all? Bombers, naval bombers, some close air support. I only need like, what? I need, say, 50 of them. That would definitely help us out somewhat. And there we are, more close air support set up. Have them fly into northern India. And the Baraksai Empire's lines are crumbling for the most part, as expected. Let's encircle these troops with the Royal Guard, though, on the border with Tibet. They are stuck there. Make sure they don't retreat or escape. Dedicate another division to this encirclement. Hold them down, pin them down, or no, they were able to retreat and regroup. They just retreated too fast for us to enact that encirclement. And do we need any more troops here? I mean, at this point, for all of our armies, let's go ahead and get Alex Jones's troops on the field. Alex Jones, the leader of Army 4, he's now going to be part of Army Group 1. And let's give him a more distinctive color so I don't get confused on the front lines. And Alex Jones will move in. Where is he going to be? He's going to be somewhere in the center, I believe. And that's fine by me. So Alex Jones, with his reinforcements, will be able to break through. He'll be aiding well, he'll be pushing, and on the flanks he'll have the sons of the Tashinam the Chogyal of India. At this point, they'll be on his flanks. Meanwhile, Army 1, who is led by the friend of the King of India, he will try to take Kashmir away from the Baraksai Empire and just overwhelm them in that area. We just need encirclements. And the Kingdom of Lithuania canceled a non-aggression pact, though. Well, let's try to get an encirclement here by pushing into Kandahar. We do have cores in all this land too, I think, so that's good. We don't got to worry about resistance at all. We have 45 million manpower. It's so absurd. India is just so populated. Just such a huge population. What is our allies doing to co-East Asian, the co-prosperity sphere? Where are they going? They're all in, why are they, okay, they're really in Africa now, for whatever reason. They just are. And people cancel their non-aggression pacts with us, okay. Keep pushing forward, take as many provinces as possible. Here, get that done. And should we start relocating the Air Force? Yes, somewhat. Move a couple helicopters here. They should have no more planes anymore. You'd think they wouldn't anyway. Move one squadron of fighters over here. 50 planes should do it. And that should give some cover for our aircraft, you would think. And that would be good. Destroy these units here at the airport in Peshawar. Capture that for the Kingdom of India. And just, yeah, encircle these guys here. What are you doing? Go through here. Encircle them. Try to, anyway. Military factories available. We need more steel, don't we? We do need more steel. Get some from... Who can we get it from? The German Empire will be our steel provider. And at this point, we may run into some more choke points, because these impassable regions are just a pain to break through. Even though, fortunately, we were able to make progress in southern Afghanistan, and that means we aren't going to have to worry about any choke points there. I gotta move these units around. Actually, yeah, make sure that encirclement goes down. That's a lot of dead troops. All these divisions here are just going to disappear. The Royal Guard of the King of Afghanistan, the Baraksai Empire, is going to be gone. They're going to be annihilated in this battle here in this area. Push up here, go around their flanks, go to Herat, capture that place, and after everything's said and done, we'll border Iraq. I mean Iran, what am I saying? Persia. We'll border Persia. And how is the Russo-Mongolian military union doing? They are, I don't know, it's more of a deadlock here at this point, even though the Russian Labor Union, the Russian Labor Republic is winning somewhat. They still have a long way to go until they defeat the Transamir, until they beat them. Keep pushing forward, gain more territory, have one unit try to snake their way to Kabul, which is now... Okay, I gotta redo the front lines, don't I? Yes, I do. Move the entirety of Army 1 up here, outside this capital city, and have them advance forward. Just go forward, take the capital, and that's all you need to do. And move all of our planes out of northern India. It's safe to say we've won there. Focus entirely on Afghanistan. These guys are encircled. Essentially, they're stuck on an impassable region. So they technically are basically encircled. And just keep applying pressure where we can. Move in. Order restored in Tunisia. Okay, the Ottoman Empire declared war on Muscat, which is not in a faction, I believe. Yeah, they're on their own. They're completely on their own. And Kabul is still holding out for now, even though I think once we take that, this war is going to be over. And the Kingdom of India will have some new territory as a result. Just gotta keep pushing here. Take Kabul. Come on, overwhelm their troops. End this war. It's the last state we need, the last place we need to capture. Come on, get there, good. Is that it? Okay, it is it, yeah. Take all states, we're done then. Hold on, in turn. Take all states. No. Pass again, take all states. Done. And I'm going to end this playthrough here, my Kingdom of Sikkim playthrough in Kaiserredux. And I will say this country's pretty fun. I could have expanded into China, but in this particular playthrough, I chose not to do that. Despite how to say, a lot of people may not know about Sikkim as a country, but I will say in Kaiserredux, it has a lot of potential to do some crazy stuff just looking at its focus tree. And with that said, if you enjoyed the video, you can make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching this series. Thank you for watching this playthrough. Thank you to everyone who wrote comments. I do appreciate them. I read all of them. And you can check out Kaiserredux in the video description. The link to the mod is there.